Hey guys, this is 10th of September and welcome to the Prelims Focus News discussion. The very first news coming here is about jackal which has been found in Pirotan Island. It is in Marine National Park of Gujarat's Jamnagar district. I mean, it is a kind of island which is I'll show you first the location of that island. See, it is Jamnagar city of Gujarat, hai na? And this Pirotan Island is over here. Can you see it? Right? It is in the Gulf of Kutch. So yeah. So on this island, it is the due of the jackal. See, basically in this island, few jackals has been found, and scientists have observed that what is their behavior and trait. And it has been found that around this whole island, there was none where was found like the fresh potable water for jackals to drink. So how do they take water? How do they intake water? So it was observed by the few scientists that they just their metabolic activity, I mean their bodily metabolic activities has got adapted to the situation prevailing on that Pirotan island, and they take water by licking dew of the leaves which which occur on those leaves in the every day morning. Also they take water from the crabs, because the crabs contain 89.5% of the jackal's diet, and it contains a significant amount of water inside it. So they directly eat crab, and indirectly they take water from that crab species also, right? So it was about this jackal species which has been found in Pirotan Island, right? So just remember this Pirotan Island also, because the question setters can very well frame any sort of like 2 3 4 questions they can make out of this whole news. So this is becoming very important news, because these kind of news have already came in our previous UPSC papers prelims. So that's why I'm telling about this news, right? So next news is about a Pluto mountain has been named after Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. I'll show you the places where this mountain are situated in Pluto. Just see, this is basically a Pluto, picture of Pluto which has been found from the Indian Express newspaper. I've taken it from there. So yeah, this is Hillary Montes and this is Tenzing Norgay Montes, right? So these two mountains are named after them. So let's read about this news a bit. So yeah, the International Astronomical Union has named them, and they have honored Tenzing Norgay and Sir Edmund Hillary, who were the Indian or the Nepali person. This Tenzing Norgay was considered as Indian or Nepali, I'm not sure about it, but it was written in newspaper as such. And the second, that is Sir Edmund Hillary, was from New Zealand, right? So, and they were the first persons to reach the Mount Everest summit and then return safely from there also, right? So the name, the name of this Pluto has been given by the International Astronomical Unit. So let's see about what is this what is this union basically. It is an international association of professional astronomers, and it is internationally recognized authority for assigning designations to any sort of celestial bodies, whether it is a star, whether it is planet, or any kind of asteroids. Alright, and the main objective of this body is to promote and safeguard the science of astronomy in all its aspects through international cooperation among different members, and the members countries are shown here in blue, right? So just read it. Next is scientists make fuel from oxygen in the air. See, scientists has got basically a new they have framed out a new method of producing this methanol, which is considered a good alternative fuel of petrol, because nowadays we are using either petrol or diesel, which produces many CO2 level indirectly that is creating the pollution in our earth atmosphere. But it is considered that if methanol will just replace then the methanol is much more environment friendly than those fossil fuels, right? So it will be much better to use these methanol, right? So let's see about it. They have produced it, scientists have produced it using nanoparticles of gold to initiate a chemical reaction between methane, oxygen and hydrogen peroxide. See, this is the totally a factual and technical thing, so you just don't have to delve that deep into these kind of questions. But just overall perspective, we have to see that it could become an alternative fuel to petrol and used to create chemical and plastics also, right? And it is more environment friendly, as I've already discussed, and as it both reduces energy consumption and conserves the dwindling stocks of natural gas. Specifications about this methanol, what are the benefits of this methanol, has been written in last paragraph, right? Next is Sahara Forest Project. It is a very important project which is being carried out in Jordan. Alright, so let's see the place where Jordan is situated, guys. So it is being covered by this Saudi Arabia from one side, then in northeast side there is Iraq, in north there is Syria, in western side it's Israel, and below it's Gulf of Aqaba. I mean, it is directly connected to the Gulf of Aqaba also, and Dead Sea is also situated here, right? I mean, connected to this between Israel and Jordan. Alright, so let's see about what Sahara Forest Project is. See, guys, the location of Jordan, you can very well jot down that, the Jordan place itself is not that greenery, is not there much, right? And it is said that in Jordan there is much amount of sand dunes. So how to turn that Jordan sand dunes into farming land? Right, so this is the project. I mean, the under Sahara Forest Project, they are just converting the sand dunes of Jordan to the farming land, right, by using of sun and sea water. So it is said that it will produce fresh water also, which is needed in the place of Jordan. I mean, using these technologies, and the project aimed to basically produce 130 ton of organic vegetables per year from the area of size of 4 football pitches. Just remember this, right? And it will use solar panels to provide power and include outdoor planting spaces, 2 saltwater cooled greenhouses from where this fresh water can also be produced, and a water desalination unit, and salt ponds for salt production, right? I mean, it is a multifaceted project under which different kind of thing will be produced. I mean, they will also produce vegetable, they will also produce potable water, they will also extract salt from the salt water taken from the Gulf of Aqaba and Dead Sea. So this was about it, and there's a need. Why the need of the Sahara Forest Project has been occurred? Because according to the recent United Nations estimations, it is said that the deserts worldwide are expanding 30 times faster than it was expanding earlier. So it is the need is becoming very much to bring these sort of projects, right? Okay, next is about WIP, guys. Basically the WIP term was in news because Varun Gandhi has said against this idea of WIP. Miss Varun Gandhi has given a lecture in an in a conference which was being held in Bihar. So he has said that I'm totally against the idea of WIP because it is taking away the right of expression of different MPs. See, now what under WIP is, like WIP is a member of party who has been given the right by the party leader, right? And it is said that whatever the whip will say to different party members, the different party members have to oblige by that, means whatever the thing has been said by those party members, right, by the whip, right? So every MPs or the MLAs have to abide by the order of whip. But here Varun Gandhi has said that no, it is taking away the right of expression, so we should do away with this whip thing, because the overall party growth is there, of course, but the personal growth is not there, because personal growth will only be there when you will put forth your own ideas. So your own ideas are not getting highlighted. All right, so that's why he has said about this. And he has also advocated for e-petition system, which is a system which is being which has already been implied in different other countries like England, Australia and New Zealand. Under e-petition system, what happens is, like, if government is coming out with some sort of legislation, and if normal people is not happy with that legislation, so they can file an e-petition to the government saying that we are not agree with the decision what you are taking now. So, all right, so this is kind of an indication, this is kind of a message to the government from direct people of the nation, right? So that's why he had advocated for this e-petition system also, and he has also opposed for the system of parliamentarians themselves getting the pay hiked. Means he has said that okay, if their pay is getting hiked, then that's fine. Every profession is pay hike. The pay what they are getting is getting hiked, but in this situation, what the thing happens is, like, the parliamentarians themselves hike their money. So this is not good, right? Yeah. Next is about Koodivattam, guys. It was in news, so let's see what this Koodivattam is. It is basically translated as Koodivattam also, and it is said that it is the only surviving specimen of the ancient Sanskrit theatre. Origin and evolutions are showered in the mysteries. See, among all the Sanskrit theatres, it is said that the Kudiam is the only surviving specimen, and its origin and evolution is not known much to the to the people of India. So yeah, so what this Koodivattam basically is, it is a form of Sanskrit theatre which is being practiced in Kerala, and it is officially recognized by the UNESCO as a masterpiece of oral and intangible heritage of humanity. That's why it is becoming very, very important, right? And the meaning of this Koodivattam is combined acting, which signifies Sanskrit drama presented in traditional style in temple theatres of Kerala. Earlier, which was done earlier, that is the same tradition is being carried out now also in the form of Koodivattam, and it is said that only surviving specimen of ancient Sanskrit theatre. Just remember it. Next is about Nag missile, guys. So what this Nag missile is, I mean basically DRDO has successfully test fired it. So let's see what is it. It is a third generation anti-tank guided missile, and in the test flight, it has successfully hit both the targets under different ranges and conditions with very high accuracy as desired. And it is said that the successful deployment of this Nag is ramping up the military capabilities of Indian Army. Alright, so this is very indeed good news. Alright, next is about Universal Service Obligation Fund was in news. So let's see what is it. It provides universal access to telecom services, and it focus on providing telecom services to the rural and remote areas. I mean, it basically, the infrastructure creation in rural and remote areas are not up to the mark, right? Alright, so that's why, I mean, fund is needed. Alright, so private players don't come in rural areas because they don't find any, profit there. So that's why the government has to spend by themselves only, right? So that's why government has deployed this Universal Service Obligations Fund, from which the fund is taken for the infrastructural creation in rural and remote areas for affordable and reasonable prices. And it is created, I mean this fund is created under Department of Telecommunication, which is under Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, and all the credits to the fund require parliamentary approval. Means these fund can't be just invested by the will of this Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, but the parliamentary approval is needed for its expenditure, right? And it has a statutory support under Indian Telegraph Amendment Act 2003. And one more thing is, it is a non-lapsable fund. Means, say for example, for this year, say for example for 2017, the fund allocated by the government is 100 crore, and out of it 70 crore, say for example, will be utilized till the next financial year. Then the 30 crore remaining will be added to the next year, right? It will not getting lapsed. It will not be getting lapsed. So that was about Universal Service Obligation Fund. Alright guys, so this was about the today's news. We'll meet in next class. Till then, bye bye, take care, and thank you for listening to me, guys. Thank you very much.